It goes without saying that animals need to find food to survive. But what constitutes food and how they find it is highly variable. Some animals eat plants like grasses that are evenly distributed over huge areas. Others consume fruit that only grows in patches. Some eat food that is non-mobile or always found in the same place. Others must search for their dinner. Some have prey that tries to avoid detection, while others face a battle to overcome their prey's defenses. All of these factors affect animal feeding behavior. Despite major differences in food types, animals all face the same basic challenge of efficiently tracking down and consuming their preferred food. Getting food involves two major challenges: finding food items and then successfully consuming them. Most food doesn't want to be eaten, so there's usually an evolutionary arms race between predators developing adaptations to make acquiring food easier and prey trying to escape or avoid detection. One familiar way of classifying feeding behavior is by dividing animals into herbivores and carnivores. Herbivores eat plants, while carnivores eat other animals. But in terms of behavior, the important difference is that herbivores generally eat immobile prey, while carnivores eat mobile prey. Plants remain in the same location and must stay exposed so they can collect energy from the sun for photosynthesis. This means that herbivores rarely struggle to find and identify food items. However, consuming the food may be challenging because plants will develop defensive structures such as thorns, chemical defenses like poisons, or will simply be tough and indigestible with little nutritive value. Some may even release chemicals to attract the predator of the animal trying to eat them. Herbivores are thus primarily selected for efficient food collection and digestion. In contrast, carnivore prey has complex behavior and can hide to avoid detection or escape after being spotted. Carnivores thus require adaptations to ensure they detect the prey first and can subdue it without injury. As a result, prey are often selected for adaptations making them more cryptic or better at avoiding or escaping, and will often possess effective vigilance behavior. They may also develop means of startling or of distracting potential predators. Of course, animals also have the option of investing in physical or chemical defenses, or mimicking prey that have such defenses. This often involves warning coloration, so that predators are aware of the defenses possessed by prey. In this video, we're focusing on the predator perspective, so let's explore the problem of finding food in more detail. Animals find food by detecting cues using their senses. Animal senses include sight, hearing, smell, and touch, but other less familiar senses are also important. Some animals detect vibrations, such as fish that pick up movements in the water using their lateral line system. Others can detect electric fields, or heat, or create cues by sending signals into the environment and receiving the echo. A common strategy for predators is to focus on a cue that is very difficult to hide. For example, the platypus has an electrosensitive bill that allows it to detect the muscle contractions of its crustacean prey on the riverbed, even with its eyes and ears closed. It's relatively simple to stay quiet or evolve coloration that blends into the background, but much harder to hide a heartbeat. Predators can also integrate information from several senses. Grey mouse lemurs are small nocturnal primates from Madagascar, with highly developed senses of sight, hearing, and smell. Researchers wondered whether they combined information from all three senses to find food, so conducted a choice test in which lemurs had to find a food item, a mealworm, hidden in one of two dishes. Mealworms were either live or recently killed to remove audio cues, and either loose or in a bag to remove olfactory cues. The lid of the dish was either clear or opaque to remove visual cues. The lemurs were able to solve the choice test around 70% of the time when they had the olfactory cue only, around 90% of the time with the visual cue only, but managed over 99% when all three cues were present. So lemurs may rely on vision more, but they definitely make use of all their other senses when those cues are available. What about predators caught in an arms race trying to detect cryptic prey? For visual predators, this process involves the formation of a search image, visually distinctive indicators of a specific prey item that can be discriminated from the background. Search images are another excellent example of the importance of learning in animal behavior. A series of clever experiments on blue jays showed how they formed a search image for moths. Using a food reward, researchers trained jays to peck 10 times when they saw a picture of a tree trunk with a moth, and 1 time when the picture had a tree trunk with no moth. They then presented the jays with a series of pictures in which moths were either from one species or from 2 different species. As before, these pictures were interspersed with pictures containing no moths. Over 8 sessions, jays became much more accurate at solving the task when they were presented with 1 species, but showed no improvement when they were shown 2 species. It seems that they were unable to form a search image when they had to look for 2 different moths, but could form one when focused on a single species. Of course, before they can sense prey, predators need to be looking in the right places, and after they find them, the prey might not give up easily. We'll explore these topics another time to complete our understanding of how animals feed. In the meantime, think about one animal predator and prey pair that you're familiar with. What adaptations has that animal developed? Has the prey evolved any behaviours or defences to counter it?